Hey everybody, it's Chance here with another episode of Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. Last time we kind of started the road to stopping all the disasters that plan on happening on Kamishima. We have managed to capture Kikuko and her curse stone without killing her. There are things in that scene that I am still missing, but I don't know what they are, and I did not have the energy to finagle through that, or look it up. It also honestly looks like a lot of walkthroughs are mainly like, here are the answers to the explicit puzzles that the game comes out, and not like that, so that'll be something I finagle with later probably, but for right now, it's also possible that I'm not able to finish some of the events yet because I don't have all the information. So it's possible that the event where we get the Tamatabako as Sato and the event where we subdue Kikuko as Avi can't be fully completed yet because there's information we don't have. I don't know yet though, and I haven't looked into it either, so. But let's just get right into it. Alright. Yeah, see, haven't finished them, but there is a Yumiko Yuza event up here, so let's just go right that. To the Sanctuary. After taking steps to distract Kikuko from her plot to unleash a curse that will cause a mass murder on Kamishima, Yuza asks Azami to retrieve the hand mirrors Kikuko distributed across the island. Shortly after, Yuza is summoned for an audience with Yumiko Shiki. Ah, there you are. You're Yuza Minakuchi, correct? That's me. I was told to come here, so here I am. Huh? Were you sent here too, Azami? Who, me? Nah, I was just passing on when I heard about what was going on, so I decided to wait here for you. Thanks, Azami. So, as I understand it, you're the two brave police officers who were sent out here from Tokyo to deal with the Curse of the Raging Waves? Brave? Well, I wouldn't go that far. My name is Yumiko Shiki, and this is Soto Kiryu. Pleased to meet you. Am I mistaken, or did you guys visit Kamishima yesterday as well? It almost seemed as if you ran away at the sight of me. Did I do something to scare you off? Dear me, you noticed us, did you? My apologies. I will explain everything shortly. You're immortal. But before I forget, that fellow over there has business with you as well, Yuza. Huh? Mr. Wakamura. He was fairly suspicious of us at first, but it seems we have finally earned his trust. He has kindly agreed to assist us in helping put an end to the Curse of the Raging Waves. Wait, really? Really, but tell me, is it true you're already familiar with this curse? That's what your friend here told us. Yeah, more or less. Good, then it seems we're up to speed. This building is where the neighborhood association meetings are held. Tsukasa must have made the most of her family ties to gain free access to it as a relay station. Apparently, Tsukasa's still inside waiting to handle the communications. Lucky, I bet it's nice and cool in there with the air conditioning on. He's probably working his gray matter into overdrive trying to keep up with everything that's going on, because it is kind of insane. I wish there was time to explain things properly. Honestly, I barely understand all of this myself. The rays of sunlight are beaming down at us amidst the stifling humidity, are accompanied by a chorus of cicadas that are somehow intensifies the heat. Okay, let's see. Give me a second, man. So, Mr. Wakamura has been trying to end the Curse of the Raging Waves too, huh? Yep, that's kind of one of his main things. This man is Miss Shiki's assistant. Apparently, he's not officially with the police. Right now, he's just quietly obeying orders. But for some reason, I get the feeling that he's the type who's really scary when they're angry. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something mysterious about this woman. And I had no idea there were actually police officers who handled supernatural incidents. Let's start talking with Wakamura. So, you found out about the Curse of the Raging Waves then, huh, boy? Yeah, to an extent, anyway. It's been a while since I've talked as Wakamura, so I'm like, what was I even trying to do with his voice? No clue. I always figured your mother was behind it, and that she descended from the Raiders, but... Wait, really? That's why you blamed my mom for the disaster? Well, you had it all wrong. Turns out she's a descendant of Taishima Islanders, the victims. Seems you know more than you're letting on. Oh, no. Well, that's just what Gran said. So you knew about this too, huh? Suppose I should have known. But see here. Your mother tried to end the curse 5 years ago and failed, didn't she? If that's what brought on the disaster, I wasn't too far off then, was I? I mean, the thing is, the disaster would have happened regardless of if she tried anything, I think, though. Because the seal wore off. But be it as it may, I still owe you an apology for pinning the curse on your mother all this time. Especially seeing as she was the one who found the bronze mirror and held the curse back for us. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. That's nice to hear. Good on you, Mr. Wakamura. At least you can admit when you've made a mistake. When your own instructor comes along and tells you to change your views, what choice do you have? Instructor? Are you talking about that sorcerer friend of yours? That's right. We've discovered the sorcerer's identity. From there, it wasn't too difficult to reach an understanding. That's how we learned this fellow's cooperation as well. Seems I misjudged you. If my instructor says you're the real deal, then I reckon you must be. But just to be sure now, you do have a way to end this Curse of the Raging Waves, yes? I can trust you on that? Yes, there are still a few points we need to confirm, but it's guaranteed to work. If that's true, then I suppose I won't be needing Unkaku Dono's help anymore. Unkaku Dono? You mean to say that Yamashina has known of a way to break the curse all along? Well, you know about Unkaku Dono too, huh? As a matter of fact, just yesterday he told me out of the blue he found a way to end it. Said he'd tell me what it was on the condition I brought him Sato Shiranami. Information he got from Ikoma, I have no doubt. And he asked for the girl. I see. And you were prepared to hand her over? Isn't she a relative of yours? So what if I was? That's got nothing to do with you. If you say so. In any case, the information Yamashina had for you must be the same as what we have to share. So there's no longer any need for you to betray your own kin. I'll hold you to that. All the same, I'm not sure. Is something else troubling you? According to you, Mari Minakuchi failed to break the curse. It brought on the disaster 5 years ago, but... is that really the truth? What are you getting at? Well, if the still-tied mirror worked as it should, there wouldn't have been a disaster, right? That only leaves one possibility, that the Raging Waves curse bearer was stirring up trouble. Oh. By curse bearer, I assume you mean a descendant of the Raiders of Taishima. Exactly. If someone on that lineage got anywhere near the Southern Sea, the wrath of Taishima would churn up those waters into a maelstrom. Wait. Because we know that it was... No, this was a different thing. This was a different thing. So I was just like, I thought I was going to be a genius for a second there. No, the Heike and the Taishima stuff are not directly connected in any real way. Yeah, because basically there was things with the Kuki Navy. Let's see. Yeah, it was 400 years later. A lot of things change in a century, much less 400 years. It's not the same. So I was like, maybe. But, because it would have been specifically... It would have been specifically these guys. However, it is also possible that if I'm right, and Tomoshige is an immortal, he could have been one of the people in the invasion. Which means, if my assumptions are correct that it's Kipe Koma who is Tomoshige, then we might have something interesting going on. But also that could be 1000% wrong. Anyhow, my instructor swears that's the true cause of the disaster 5 years ago, and I'm inclined to agree. So that's your theory, is it? Now I understand why you suspected Mari Minakuchi's heritage. And that might explain why Kipe Koma couldn't himself go out to sea. Maybe. Again, that's just a shot in the dark, but I really think they're all connected. Though I gather this instructor of yours never actually accused her of being the curse bearer. True, never was sure on that point. Said we couldn't be certain, given how it had been 5 years and all. But all things considered, who can blame me for being suspicious of her? No one knew where she came from. I don't wish to doubt your instructor, but I'm not sure how much water this theory holds. Yet we cannot rule it out entirely, given what we know of the sorcerer's powers. So you're skeptical, huh? Not as if you have a better idea, though, is it? While you do have a point, the issue remains. If Mario hasn't the curse bearer, who else could have been? Well, I can't say I figured it out yet, but... Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to say. Yes? Assuming my mom wasn't the Raging Waves curse bearer, I have a theory. See, I've read over the reports of the incident again and again, and there's something I've noticed. Oh, and what might that be? Well... No, I'm gonna get this right. I like how there's a gameplay guide that I still haven't unlocked. Leaving all but one of the official 11 fishermen and Alma divers aboard missing. When the ships were later discovered, the church, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuna Minakuchi. Do we know those three? Medium-sized fish, the shell Daichi Kosumaru foundered. Kamigyo and all kinds of reported missing. There's a lot of people reported missing, but the thing about sea disasters is that's not crazy. Let's see. Small fishing vessels foundered, and one passenger identity unknown reported missing. Captain Tosuke Minakuchi and another crew member reported missing. One passenger recovered by slight injuries associated with amnesia due to psychological trauma. There's a lot of missing people, which isn't strange. Leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and Alma divers aboard missing. And that was him, but... So that was 5 years ago. Most recent body dates to about 6 years ago. This guy sure resembles a youth of in coma, meant missing 6 years ago. Yeah, I don't have enough information. I don't feel like I have enough information to say anything confirmed. About 6 years ago, well, that happened, but I don't know. It being bolded. Okay, let me just see. Total of 10 people went missing. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yuza, I have no idea. I don't know. There's another puzzle. I don't think I'm correct. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. So there's like multiple choice. Okay, cool. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay, there were 3 fishing vessels. There was the Daiichi Koisumaru, which is a medium-sized, that had 6 people on it. Then we had small Omimaru, Yujiku Nishikawa, and 1, so that's 2 people, so there's a total of 8. And then Minekachimaru, Captain Tosuke Minakuchi, and 1 other crew member reported missing. 1 passenger recovered with slight injuries. Something doesn't seem right here. Okay. Because they say... Let's see. So... 8, 9, 10, 11. So that racks. Yeah, 1 passenger recovered. That was Yuza, Tosuke Minakuchi, and 1 other crew member. That's Mare. Identity unknown. What's weird is this identity unknown on the Omemaru. I remember meeting of the identity of 1 of the passengers aboard the Omemaru was unknown. Couldn't they have been the curse bearer? Interesting. Well, Mr. Wakamura, what do you know of this mysterious individual? The Omemaru, that was Yukiji Nishikawa's boat. So I recall, according to the departure declaration, the Omemaru had taken someone on board, someone with business on the mainland who had research to do. Am I right? I love being right. I love picking up the clues that they've given me and being correct. But as no name was given, no one had a clue who they were. Oh, I thought the point of these declarations was to keep a record in case of an accident. Sounds to me like someone was careless. Can't deny that. So this passenger was never identified? No, but mind you, eyewitness reports say that when the Omemaru set sail that day, the captain was alone on board. So maybe he picked them up from the mainland, or maybe they never boarded to begin with. Who's to say? But do you think it's possible that this person could have been the curse bearer? Could be, if it wasn't Mare. It'd make for a hell of a coincidence, though. Unfortunately, since this Nishikawa fellow isn't around, there's no way to find out. Yeah, I do think, because the invasion on Taishima, it wasn't like raiders, it was the military, essentially. Well, I guess it was pirates, because the Kuki clan were essentially pirates, even though they're technically the Navy, but they're technically the Navy, and but the state doesn't have any actual control over them. So, like, and it wouldn't be surprising, because it sounds like, again, I am making an assumption assuming Tadamori, Tomoshige, sorry. Tomoshige is immortal, but, like, he ate a part of the thing, and there's no, like, he definitely is immortal. It doesn't seem like you're aware right when it happens. Right? It seems to be just, like, information you glean as, like, you continue living, as it were. Because you just figure stuff out. And again, that aggressive phone call, it wouldn't be crazy if it was him. Like, he doesn't have to be on the island. But it would also explain why he can't go on the island. Right? Like, and Yumiko has never met him, so it's not like she can see that if he's an immortal or not. I really think I'm right about this. I feel correct about this. Well, I've already apologized, so I can't say that much concerns me anymore. Okay, man. All I care about now is putting an end to the curse of the raging waves. Sounds good, mate. To be frank, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you as soon as possible. But I understand you must have questions, so we'll come back to that later. For now, ask me whatever you'd like. I have nothing further to add. I imagine this isn't easy for you, but I appreciate your cooperation. That reminds me, any luck with those hand mirrors, Azami? No worries there. I got them all back. Every last one. You must be the fastest mirror collector in Japan. I knew I could count on you. Thanks, Azami. Oh. Are you talking about the mirrors Kikuko Tsutsui was handing out earlier? Oh, how did you know? I realized they were dangerous, so I had Azami collect them all. Really? Does that mean you figured out they were the targets of a curse? Wait, you knew about that? So it was true. What's the deal with these things anyway? Hey, Wakamori, you want to learn something crazy? I see, so these curse stones can be used to kill people instantly. But since Kikuko's curse stone was confiscated, the dangers passed. What a relief. What I want to know is how you found out that Kikuko intended to use those hand mirrors at the target of her curse to begin with. Well, you're not going to believe it. About that. I'm not sure you'll believe me, but... What? You encountered a Tomokazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision? Okay, well, Wakamura is just here listening to all this. That's the long and short of it. Any idea what it means? Paranormal encounters are your area of expertise, after all. I have known instances of a phenomena capable of instilling memories. However, your experience does not seem to fit with any of them. It's almost like we're in a game. I wonder why the thing looked like you. That's the strangest part in my book. Hold up. You don't think this Tomokazuki is some kind of curse, do you? It is true that some curses are accompanied by phantoms known as curse echoes. Yet, as the apparition Yusa encountered warned him of an impending danger, it seems unlikely to have been a product of a harmful curse. That being said, I am afraid that I cannot begin to guess its true nature. Curious. Well, at least the hand mirror curse is dealt with. That's a load off our minds. Right, but we're not done yet. One calamity, down, one to go. Oh yeah, I guess we can't rest until the Curse of the Raging Waves is broken too. I love how, like, Kikuko does her bullshit. I really love how Kikuko does her bullshit, just completely unrelated to the Curse of the Raging Waves. They're just trying their own bullshit to get Sato. And then there happens to also be a curse, just related. Well, it seems we've managed to put a stop to Kikuko's massacre, at least. Now, if we can just break the Curse of the Raging Waves, I'll be able to get back to focusing on my true goal. Well, I mean, she's no longer a mermaid anymore, so I guess it's not true, but also, she kind of is still. Where shall we begin? Breaking the curse. 400 years ago, an Onmyoji sealed the entrance to Ryugu in an attempt to contain the Curse of the Raging Waves, and left behind instructions as to how the curse could be broken after 400 years has elapsed. There are 3 steps that must be followed. Just 3, huh? First, thou must unbind my seal, risen from the depths with the iron box. Second, thou must offer the still-tide mirror, bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. Third, let those who share blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones to offer appeasement. That should be the wording if I remember correctly. Let's consider each of the steps in turn. First, as to the iron box, that refers to the container of which these instructions were kept. It surfaced within the entrance of Ryugu as unsealed. It stands to reason that the seal mentioned in the first step must have also appeared somewhere. What is this seal anyway? It is the Onmyoji's own symbol, the same symbol used to seal the entrance to Ryugu. This is what it looked like. I'll expect we'll find a mark identical to the one on the map somewhere on the seafloor. The marked location is likely the sanctuary mentioned in the second step. It should be in the vicinity of Kamishima. That would make it somewhere near the place where I went diving this morning. I have actually no idea. Did I see anything like that? Diving controls. I did not. I don't fucking remember shit. I don't remember seeing that seal anywhere. Maybe you search again just to be sure. Agreed, this is our best leg. Okay, so we need to do another diving trip. What if I... Let's finish this, and then let's see if we can go back in time. The second step centers around the still-tide mirror, bequeathed by the sacrifice. That's gotta be the mirror Mari Minakuchi found, which we've just retrieved from the shrine in the bay. From what I heard, the mirror that's been holding this curse back all these years. That's right, and now it must be offered to the sanctuary. The former site of the Taishima Sanctuary should lie in that area. Perhaps that's the location we seek. In that case... I reckon the hole where I encountered the Tomokazuke is the most likely spot. After all, it only appeared a few months back. I can't think of anywhere else it could be. That does seem likely. The only problem is, there's no way through. Huh? How's that? Well, there's a powerful current in there. Go in too far and it'll drag you down to the depths in an instant. That does not strike me as a natural phenomena. It's possible the sanctuary lies within. And perhaps one must have the still-tide mirror in hand to pass through safely. That makes sense. Then it must be the way forward is clear, as far as the first 2 steps are concerned. Right, that just leaves the third. Third, let those who share the blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones to offer appeasement. The final instruction stipulates that a descendant of the Taishima Islanders must carry out these tasks, meaning you, Yusa. Oh, I misread it. The lost souls of Taishima, not the invaders of. Okay. So that's why I was called here, huh? First, I'll need to find the seal on the seafloor and unbind it. After that, all that's left is to take the still-tide mirror through that hole and offer it to the sanctuary. We're counting on you, Yusa. If you pull this off, the Curse of the Raging Waves should be broken for good. Let's hop to it, then. I'll take you on the boat. Thanks, Izami. Sounds like the job for the patron saint of diving. The patron saint? Who are you talking about? Don't worry about it. It's, a private joke. We're besties. We're besties and we make jokes because we like having fun. Well, I do hope you're taking this seriously, Yuza. The fate of this curse rests with you. He's only 18, like, let him live. Don't worry, I'll get it done. Breaking curses is just what living legends like me were made for. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. But before you go, I have one last question to ask you, Yuza. Oh, and what would that be? Well, how should I put this? It's a delicate subject. Mind if I have a private word? Huh? You're immortal. So, what did you want to talk about? Just so you're clear, if you're looking to grow pearls, I don't know anything about that. That would require delicate handling, but that's not what I meant. Yuza, when you got caught in that disaster 5 years ago, did you by any chance encounter a mermaid? Huh? Actually, I did. I did, but how did you know about that? Good of you to tell the truth. That makes this easier. As for how I know, that would be because it's the only possible explanation. Meaning? Come now, Yuza. A mermaid has cursed you with immortality. You're an 800-year immortal. What? You can't hide the truth from me. These eyes don't lie. I assume it occurred during the disaster 5 years ago. You must have nearly died. But then we were revived by a mermaid and made immortal. Surely you must have realized that by now. Yeah. You got me. I'm an immortal boy with an undying body. Oh yeah, I mean, he's just trying to keep it hidden, but he's definitely noticed. Because, like, again, he's 18, he would be 18 now, normal. 5 years ago, he was 13. There's a lot of growing you do in 5 years, and trust me, he probably noticed that it wasn't happening. I wish I knew. If you can tell me more about it, would you mind filling me in? I suppose that would only be fair. What would you like to know? I was wondering, does me being immortal have anything to do with my mom? I mean, is there any chance she could have been a mermaid? None whatsoever. Aww. In all likelihood, you received your immortality from the mermaid Sobai, who was your mom's bestie. You see, Mari Minakuchi was the descendant of the clan that was tasked with escorting Sobai back to Ryugu. That much I'm certain of. Is that why she tried to break the curse of the raging waves 5 years ago? I can only assume so. However, as the seal over the entrance to Ryugu had yet to break, things did not go as planned. Does this mean Sobai could still be nearby? Maybe she's living in the sea around Kamishima? I'm afraid there's little chance of that. See, when the entrance of Ryugu was unsealed 3 months ago, Sobai would have been able to return home. Well, I guess that mom's duty was fulfilled in the end. That's something at least. Do you know of any way I could meet this mermaid? You don't give up easy, huh? Are you another mermaid fan? Another fan? Those foreigners who visited the island recently were also very keen on meeting a mermaid. Oh, you mean that author and his young guide? Sure do. You've spoken with them, I take it. Actually, no, I've never met them. But I saw them when I had that vision. Is that so? Well, all I can tell you is the same thing I told them. Meeting a mermaid is no longer possible. Does that mean there's no way to visit Ryugu, either? The thing is, Ryugu is pretty close to what's typically referred to as the afterlife. You might say it's the space between our world and the land of the dead. There's no way to travel there. None at all. Sorry, no. You'll just have to accept that. And there... okay. Earlier you said a mermaid cursed me. What exactly did you mean by that? Just what it sounds like. For 800 years, you'll be incapable of aging or dying. Is that... what is that but a curse? Your very existence defies the laws of nature. You can hardly be termed human. You are now an anomalous being, something closer to a spirit. Although for that matter, I'm in no position to talk. Huh? Still, I do feel sorry for you. What possessed her to curse you, a mere child? I should like to know. I mean, I think in her eyes she was saving him. I always thought the mermaid saved my life. Was I wrong? Well, that depends on how you look at things. Personally, I wouldn't call what she did saving you at all. At the end of the day, she saddled you with an existence worse than death. Is it that terrible? It's only been 5 years. The people around you probably think you're a late bloomer. But give it another decade or two and your static appearance will start to stand out. And should you ever meet with a would-be fatal accident in public, it's all over for you. If your immortal nature is exposed, you'll be bombarded with public scrutiny at best. At worst, you'll be captured and experimented on. Either way, from that moment on, you'll never be able to live a normal life in human society again. Humans have always coveted immortality. Countless dream of it even today. But the reality is, only the first few decades of your existence are bound to be enjoyable. It's only going to get harder for you as time goes on. Humans were never meant to live for hundreds of years. A lifespan that long is unendurable. And speaking as a member of law enforcement, the existence of immortal beings must be kept hidden, or all sorts of problems can arise. Problems like what? Well, it's not easy to keep a lid on these things these days. It doesn't take much to incite a panic or start a war. Just last year there was that ruckus over the right of resurrection, if you'll remember. Suffice to say, whenever I track down an 800-year immortal, I can't just leave them be. What are you saying? Are you going to arrest me? Ordinarily I would. Protocol dictates that I capture an 800-year immortals I find and seal them in an underground vault. That was the fate I was thinking when I mentioned that being an immortal is an existence worse than death. Ugh! Don't worry. I've no intention of taking you anywhere just yet. You're a special case. The way I see it, you're essentially the victim here. Not to mention, I need your help breaking the curse of the raging waves. So, it seems like we'll have to find a way to compromise. I don't know why, but you're looking for information on mermaids as well, right? Well, for starters, mermaids aren't meant to interfere in the lives of mortals. Even their kind doesn't approve of that. Really? In fact, generally speaking, creating an 800-year immortal is flat out forbidden. Despite that, Sobai made you immortal. In other words, this mermaid went out of her way to place a curse on you. I guess that settles it. Her intent wasn't to save me after all. I mean, I don't think that's true. I do think it was more complicated than that. I think Yumiko has a very clear opinion on what she thinks about immortals and about 800-year immortals. So I think that's why she believes the things she does. But I do think it's like, A, this is Mari Minikuchi's kid. B, and I care about her, and so I care about him in turn. B, if Mare is dead and her son is dead, there's no way to end this curse because he's 13, he doesn't have any children, she doesn't... Azuma, you know, she didn't have any kids, she didn't have anything like that. She kind of lived like a weird life, all things considered. Well, not weird, but, you know, desperate. So I do think it's more complicated than all that. Exactly. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me what made her go that far, but it turns out you're just as clueless as I am. Ugh. Yep. Then all we know for sure is something happened between Soba and your mother that day, and that led you to being made immortal. Whether that was simply to save your life or for some other reason, there's unfortunately no way of knowing. There's something else that's been bugging me. Can mermaids create 100-year immortals at will, as in you don't really have to eat their flesh? Actually, you do. You can't become immortal without ingesting a bit of mermaid flesh, even if it's just a tiny piece. However, it is not as simple as cutting off a slice. Mermaid flesh withers away the moment it's severed and loses all efficacy. In order for a mermaid to create an immortal of her own volition, she would have to allow a human to bite her directly. How would that happen without the human's consent? I mean, I was barely conscious when I became an undead boy, an 800-year immortal. Like I said, even the tiniest piece, a mere scrap of their tail, would do the trick. You could move someone's jaw while they were unconscious and get them to bite. It's not impossible. Oh damn, I guess it was a lot more forceful than I was imagining. So all you have to do is bite a living mermaid and you become immortal? Pretty much, though I assume few mermaids would consent to that. So that's how it works. But if the flesh has been severed, ingesting it wouldn't extend your lifespan at all, huh? That's right. Ordinarily, anyway. Ordinarily? You mean there's an exception? If a mermaid flesh is cut within the confines of Ryugu, it won't wither away. It just grows back. Huh. While I've got you here, I might as well just ask. Is there no way to reverse immortality? You wouldn't be the first 800-year immortal to seek that possibility. But unfortunately, the answer is no. The moment you become immortal, you lose your mortal form. For good. I see. And there's no other way for an 800-year immortal to die other than waiting for their lifespan to end? No. It's simply impossible. That's what makes it a curse. Not that I want to experiment, but what would happen if, say, I threw my body into a furnace or a vat of acid? The incident resulted in your death. You would begin to reform, starting to form the part of you with the Roger's remaining piece in your heart. Every other part of you would then vanish. No matter how beyond repair your body becomes, it will be healed when you resurrect. I see. On the other hand, you won't be healed if your injuries aren't fatal, no matter how badly hurt you are. For example, taking the furnace scenario mentioned, if your body remained at the furnace after you resurrected, it would burn to death again, and revive again, and so on in an endless cycle. All while fully conscious. Shit, sounds like hell. My advice, be very careful not to fall into any bottomless pits. Right, I'll be sure to keep that in mind if I ever go near one. By the way, you mentioned I resurrect from the part around my heart. But does that mean if my head was cut off, only my body would regenerate? Well, yes, that would be the case. What would happen to my consciousness? All my memories, my thoughts? All of that's stored in the brain, isn't it? That's a tough one. This one's a spiritual question more than like a physiological one. As I mentioned, every part of you except the one that resurrects will vanish. So it seems like everything inside your head, including your consciousness, would vanish too. That can happen? Does that mean my regenerated body would have become an entirely new consciousness? Well, it seems the 800-year immortals do sometimes have fuzzy memories after they resurrect. But I've never known anyone who tried what you're describing. It's possible your consciousness would be reinstated. Carried over to... Okay, so because he was decapitated, the soul there, I guess, somehow ended up going back in time. Some bullshit. And that's how he has those memories. Though it's equally possible that would have been divided or become a new entity, so there's no way to know unless you decide to test it out yourself. Divided, huh? I'm curious, what were you intending to do if you found a way to meet Soba? Honestly, at first I just wanted to thank her for saving me, but after what you told me, that's changed. How so? Well, now I'm more curious about why she decided to make me an 800-year immortal, and what about what happened with my mom that day. Can't say I blame you. And I understand where you're coming from, but it just can't be done. Even if I can't meet her, is there any way I could learn the truth? Well, you can't ask her directly or communicate with her in any way, and now you can't die, so no. But you know. I heard you had no memory of the incident 5 years ago. Is that true? Huh? Well, the doctors reckon it's because of the shock. Even my memories of meeting a mermaid are really hazy. Isn't it possible Soba told you something that day? Huh? If so, the memory of what you heard must be buried in the depths of your subconscious. If I can find a way to remember it, but I wouldn't even know where to start. Where would I find the memory of a mermaid? I don't know. The only piece of advice I have for you is to think back. Delve into your memories and scour them from corner to corner. Think about it. You must have encountered Soba before. All you need to do is locate your memory of that time. Look, I wish I could make this easier on you, but there's nothing I can do. Yeah. Still, So long as you stay put on this island and keep a low profile, I'm prepared to leave you be. If you manage to keep your immortality a secret for 5 years now, after all. Thank you. I'll swear I'll do everything in my power not to get found out, so please don't arrest me. Well, right then. Well, we better head back or your friend will start to wonder what happened to you. Right, thanks for answering my question. Okay, they do acknowledge that. It's just that it's only been 5 years, so again, you could put that up to just being like other things are happening in his body. And as it turns out, it's interesting because it just like pauses things. It pauses things. But like the body still works? I don't think this has been tested at all, but like what would necessarily happen if you had like... Would you just like... I mean, from what it sounds like, it would just reset you and then you would just be doing it again. So like even if you died of like a terminal illness, right? Would he be like... But then the injuries stay from before you died. It's not clear. It's just, you know, I don't think there is a clear answer for it. I don't think it would be interesting if there was a clear XYZ to it. I don't think that's interesting. Welcome back. Everything okay, Yuza? Of course, if it wasn't, I'd have to make a dramatic entrance. Glad you see your usual oddbod self. Guess there's nothing to worry about then. Well, I dare say that covers everything we needed to discuss. It's time the two of you are back on your way. That curse won't break itself. Come on, Yuza. The future of Kamishima is riding on you. Right, I'll do everything I can. Minakuchi boy, Yuza. If you do end this curse, I'll see to that the rumors about you go away and you're hailed as the hero of Kamishima. So get it done. So you hear that, Yuza? There's a chance to clear your name for good. Sounds like a fair deal. You can count on me, Mr. Wakamura. It's like also tough because while Sato is an 800-year immortal, she's like, her lifespan's done in a couple years. Hey man, it's been a while. You ready to roll, Yuza? You got that bronze mirror with you? Yep, I've got it right here. Ready when you are. Guess you better start by finding the seal. That needs to be unbound or whatever. Right, I'll start by searching the area around the hole like on last time. Good luck, Yuza. I'll be waiting right here. Okay. Oh yeah, I leveled up my diving. I'm max divers. Okay, so we don't need to be collecting stuff. Our goal today... Oh fuck, I forgot how this game works. Okay, we're looking for... Okay... Oh, there it is. Come on, Yuza. 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 Okay, fine. Let's go return to the boat. We'll continue this later. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Okay. Take two. I have a purpose. Yeah, just because he's immortal doesn't mean I want him just, like, dying all the time. Like, that's cruel. He's my buddy! He's Yuza! I think we want to go around. Anyway, where the fuck did that thing go? Where on Earth? Let's return to boat. I have no idea where that went. Okay. I know they say things change locations, but also that seems like, okay. I got a Mockingbird sticker. Gull and roses. Okay. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so we're looking for the seal, so let's find that again. Okay, there's the hole. Where the hell? Oh. Okay, so I'm... Where the fuck? Azami, I'm done fuggling this one. I'm doing bad. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna drown, though. Alright, okay. Okay, yep, I know. There's nothing. I'm not getting anything. Okay, back again. It's the hole. The pit. It's over here. So, I did find it before. Now, question is, where the fuck is it? There it is. There he is. There you are. I just got lost. Okay. But I do need to do it in one go, so... Hopefully it stays. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to drown Yuza. Thanks. I like him. I like him and I don't want him to drown over and over again because I'm bad at gaming. Okay, so I think I've set that up. Okay, so I've done that. I've unlocked the seal. So now where the hell is the hole? So now we're going to the hole with the still-tight mirror. Good. Looks like that powerful current has receded. I should be able to make it through now. Only one way to find out. Think. This place feels vaguely familiar. Have I been here before? Maybe I'm just imagining things. There's a tunnel here. Is this the right way? There's an open space here, but it's pitch dark. Could this be the sanctuary? Good thing I brought my flashlight. Let's see. Light on! Oh, there, now I can see. Time to have a good look around. Oh. Behind. Left. Deeper. Right. Huh, that's weird. I felt a presence just now, but it's like it vanished the second I switched on my flashlight. From what I saw, the space ahead doesn't look all that big. I should head in and take a good look. This way should take me further in. That stone archway over there. Could that be the entrance to Ryugo? I should take a closer look. It's hard to get my bearings, but I think this is the right. There's a wall. Ugh, it's so claustrophobic. Let's proceed. Now I'm like afraid to turn off the light. Stone archway. Could this be the entrance to Ryugo? But nothing happens when I go near it. I guess humans can't travel there after all. So, all I have to do to break the curse is leave the bronze mirror here, right? Maybe I should try making an offering? Yeah, let's do it. Here goes nothing. Nothing happened. Did that do it? No way, I must have done something wrong. Well, that clearly didn't work. Okay. If I turn around, all I can see is the way I went through. Okay. I'm gonna be jump scared. It's gonna be scary. Ah! The second I turned my flashlight off, I started to sense that presence again. If I can just figure out what direction the sensation's coming from. Okay. Excuse me. Oh! What? Y'all saw that too, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey! Ah! What the hell is that? Wait a minute. Is that the mermaid Hayase? Not in the flesh, but what's it called? A curse echo, like the imprint of a curse. Oh, what if this mermaid's curse echo indicates the presence of a curse? No, now's my chance to offer up the still-tide mirror. Offer the mirror. Now, curse of the raging waves, heed my call and trouble us no more. Oh, there you are. Good out there. Good work out there. We felt it the moment you pulled it off. The curse of the raging waves is gone for good, and it's all thanks to you. Indeed, a job well done. The curse aura as around the island is just faded without a trace. Really? Phew. We sure couldn't tell, but turns out it worked. You hear that, Yuza? You did it. Yeah, now we can finally relax. Well, that's certainly one problem taken care of. Now my insistence can focus on another issue that requires my attention. Alrighty, sounds like you got a lot on your plate. Naturally, our convenience is of little concern for the paranormal. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Huh? Oh, hey, Tsukasa, what's up? Not you. I'm talking to Miss Shiki. There's a call for you over at the station, ma'am. A call? I suppose this must be a police matter. Understood. I'll head there right away. You'll have to excuse us, but if there's anything else, feel free to contact me. I will. Thank you for everything. So, Spill, what happened with the curse? It's gone. Yuza ended it. Nice! Yay! Nice one, Yuza. You know, I reckon I got a knack for this. Maybe I'll go into that curse-breaking business. Hit me up if you ever need another curse broken. You never know. That might be your true calling. Suits you better than being an Ama diver. Maybe it suits you better than being an Ama diver. Come to think of it, we better let old man Makomura know how it all went down. Where'd he go off to anyway? Don't ask me. Maybe he went home? Probably. How about it, Yuza? Want to see him? Yeah, okay. I suppose we did make that deal. But it can wait till after I've had the chance to take clothes and take a breather. I'm beat. Fair enough. I guess it's not like there's any hurry, huh? In the meantime, I'll go work on the boat. Let's meet up later, yeah? As for me, I'll track down Sato and Tsuyu and fill them in. Later! Several hours later. By the way, Yuza, you haven't given up on finding that mermaid, have you? Any new leads? Sort of. Miss Shiki shared some information with me earlier when she pulled me aside. Really? Oh, I guess experts on the supernatural know about mermaids too, huh? So, what did she say? Did you find out what you had to do to meet one? Actually, it turns out the mermaid who saved me isn't of this world anymore. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? She's in Ryugu. It means she's gone back to Ryugu, to the world beyond. Apparently, it's a place between this world and the world of the dead. Wait, really? Does that mean mermaids aren't from our world? I guess not. Sounds like you've hit a dead end. Hey, Mr. Wakumura, you in? We've come to tell you the good news. Yuza did it. He broke the curse, so you'd better keep your end of the deal. Maybe he didn't hear you? Hey! Anyone home? I'm coming in. Huh? The door's already open. That's weird. Mr. Wakumura? What the? Oh shit, he dead. Oh! Well... Mr. Wakumura, don't tell me he's... Oh, he's been cleft. Ooh. Ooh. I don't believe it. That curse... Did a wound... Did a curse cause it? But we ended that curse, didn't we? Dun dun dun. Ooh. And then the phone call, and then a continuation of the Avi stuff. Oh, and of course. Okay. Gull and Roses. Seagull. A member of the Ocean Outlaws hooligan gang, usually found whiling away his days at the seaside. He has a tendency to suddenly show up whenever trouble begins brewing, just so he can stick his beak into the chaos. Despite it being the only one to notice the lack of substance behind Albatross's boss's imposing demeanor, he finds it more entertaining than anything else, and has thus elected to keep quiet about it. Interesting. So there's still more to be done. Okay, so I do think that's where I'm going to end it for today, though. I know this is on the shorter end, but it feels like a good point. And honestly, these scenes will probably be really long, so if I do put them in, I'll probably have to cut it. And watch as next time I do one of these events and it's like, in, out, short, done, easy peasy. That would be really funny, but probably won't happen. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time, and we'll continue figuring out what the hell is going on. Alright, I hope y'all have a good one. Bye!